What's up, y'all? Back at it like a bad habit. Hit a brother with that HBO special, helping a brother out. Hit the like button, share, comment, subscribe, you understand? So hit the Cash App, $ on code 777. Hit the Cash App, $ on code 777. Okay. It's my Umar shit. My average man podcast shit. But yeah, man, we gonna do some. We gonna get back into the dives. You know, I like the deep dives. I like to dig. You know, while people looking over the shoulder. You dig what I'm saying? So let's get into it. I'm recording the video. The Niji people. Okay, see, and this is the funny thing about Google. They give you these AI responses now, and sometimes I don't want to say they're not accurate, but it's more what they would like you to believe, not just the most prominent, common, agreed upon answer. So it's like Niji people it's not a recognized term referring to a specific ethnic group, but it could potentially be related to the Japanese word, which means rainbow, possibly signifying a community or identity focused on inclusivity and diversity, similar to the LGBT rainbow symbolism. Now, y'all remember on older videos we talked about Damballa, the rainbow snake, right? The African god, the rainbow snake. We talked about Kodo Khan, the Mesoamerican rainbow feathered serpent. But key points to consider: there's no indigenous or historical group called Niji people. Okay, now we're gonna find contradictory information to the AI response. Possible interpretation: Niji could be used metaphorically to represent a diverse group of people embrace different backgrounds and identities. Right, so a colorful people, right? The Ben Ishmael tribe, triracial groups. You feel what I'm saying? Of course, they give you the anime shit. Niji Jin, right? And remember, Bobby Hemmett talked about the Jin is melanin, right? The Jin is darkness. Okay, so it's wasn't necessarily demonized, right? It was more so cosmic darkness, triple black darkness type shit. But here we go, 100 Niji ideas indigenous North Americans, right? So shout out Dane Calloway kind of was throwing this term around heavy, the Niji people, right? And it's not necessarily Japanese people. It's not necessarily an African people, right? It's more associated with an indigenous American. Fuck it, let's see what the images look like. Okay, cold-blooded black man, curly-haired black man. Okay, Great Indians of California. Okay, so this is associated with the Niji. Let's keep looking. Okay, now you got the hemp and cannabis. Look at the basket on his head, right? Who the fuck carries baskets on their head? Let's blow it up. Okay. So see, the images tell the story. These are the Niji, Caribbean natives, right? See, them Caribbean motherfuckers like to wave that flag, like I'm Trinidad, I'm Haitian, I'm Jamaican. Like you prideful as shit of that tiny ass island. Right? But if you motherfuckers was so, I'm not even gonna go on a rant. Let's just keep looking. Now this is telling right here. He got the feathered cat. This is a cold-blooded Native American. Right? She related images to that. So I give you a couple more images. These the same motherfuckers the Moors pulling up though now. Right, man, we got to show that in this. We got to show that these Native American motherfuckers, the same people claiming Moorish. And neither one of them agree with each other. What's this right here? Come on, we ain't doing that. We ain't paying. Most black in America are indigenous or descendant of First Nation peoples. Aboriginal history. To the visitor in the South, the physical characteristics of many Negro slaves bore witness to their Indian ancestors. All right, come on, let's get back to the information. Oh, wait a minute. We are not black Latinos or Afro-Latinos. We are not brown-skinned Caucasians. We originate. Okay, so hold on, let's get into this. We are not brown-skinned Caucasians or brown-skinned Spaniards. We are not modeled after Europeans. We are not immigrants. We are original people. We are the original Latinas. And indigenous Latinos. We originated the term Latina culture in the Caribbean before Europeans showed up and found us here. The autochthonous, pre-Columbian Black Guinea and ancient Caracoles are known as Haitians, Dominicans, Cubans. All right, that's some separate. That's a whole different. Let's get back. What does Niji mean in Native American? Niji is a Ojibwe word that means my friend. It's a form of direct address used by men to address each other. It's also sometimes shortened to Nij. So how we say my nig, or we may say, Naga. That's like E40 was using that in the 90s real heavy, like my Naga, It's all derivatives of the same word. We seeing that, right? This is a term that Native American Ojibwe, and that sounds like an African word anyway. Like it's spelled like an African word. That BWE ending. A lot of them African names be ending in BWE, which means my friend, form a direct address used by men to address each other. Remember we saw earlier, they saying it ain't had nothing to do with no indigenous people. Niji is a vocative or direct address that traditionally used by men talking to each other. It's considered to be short form of Niji Kawin, which means my brother, my cousin, male parallel cousin, my fellow man. See, I'm glad this came up. I didn't even know this was gonna go here, right? But I'm gonna keep this motherfucking soapbox on the corner. Fuck it. Black men was already on code. That's our natural state. This gang banging, fuck niggas and all that, fuck these, like that rivalry, competitive shit. That's not our true nature. When you get to looking back, I didn't know this was gonna come up, but every time you look back in the culture of our ancestors, the men always, it was low violence amongst each other. It was high cooperation amongst each other, right? It was motherfuckers understood the world concept of we got enemies on a world stage. So even down to the coons, to the Prince Halls, to the street gangs, like black men, hey, this is you see it, read it and weep. We're gonna move on. What are the 5 black tribes? 5 black tribes. The 5 tribes who enslaved black people: the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, and Seminole, became known to the whites as the 5 civilized tribes. This coming from the Pitt Professor book, explores black freedom on native land. Okay, what is a black Cherokee? This all coming out of the Niji conversation. The majority of people with African blood living in the Cherokee Nation prior to the Civil War lived there as slaves of Cherokee citizens or as free black non-citizens. Usually the descendants of Cherokee men and women with African blood, ... This is Wikipedia. Maybe we go to Wikipedia. Let's go to Wikipedia. Fuck it. Okay, they giving us black Indians, but we want Niji. Okay, hold on. They giving us albums and shit. Don't act like you ain't heard of it now. Wonder this got anything to do with the Fiji Islands. Okay, Niji, Rainbow Conquistador is a Japanese girl. Okay, rainbow colored chili powder and Japanese bullshit. All right, so Wikipedia not even giving you. Now, isn't that funny? They won't give you nothing on Niji. They give you all Japanese shit. Rainbow this, rainbow that. Okay, let's go back. So this is how we got here. Let's see if Niji come up here. Related ethno groups. Hold on, let's go back. African American, Atlantic Creole, Black Seminoles, Louisiana Creole, Brass Ankles, Chestnut Ridge people. And I think we got a Chestnut Ridge here, apartments. Indigenous peoples of America. These related ethnic groups, African American, related indigenous peoples of America. Mosquito Sambu, sound a lot like Sambo. Garifuna, I ain't never heard of that. Garifuna Americans, red bone, damn. So red bone is a thing. Red bone is a term historically used in much of the southern United States to denote a multiracial individual or culture. Among African Americans, the slang. Okay, so we know that's just so related ethnic groups, red bone. That's crazy. Free people of color. Historic Native American tribes have had close relations with African American, especially in regions where slavery was prevalent or free black people. In controversial actions between the Senate and criminal nations, tighten their rules for membership, at times exclude freedmen. Okay, so then it's funny. When you get into the research of this Niji Native American shit, and you know, they ain't like to be like, we not African, we ain't got nothing to do with Africa. How the fuck they 20th century Cherokee, Creek, and Seminole nations tighten their rules for memberships and at times exclude freedmen who did not have at least one ancestor listed as Native American on the early 20th century Dawes Rolls. This exclusion was later appealed in courts, both because of the treaty conditions and in some cases because of possible inaccuracies in some of the rolls. The Chickasaw Nation never extended citizenship to Chickasaw freedmen. Now that's interesting. So you beefing with the fake Native Americans. All right, let's move on. I ain't gonna hold you too long. I just I'm into the etymology of words, and when Dane kept throwing it around, I'm like, let's get into this Niji, because the J and the G is interchangeable. A lot of the consonants interchangeable. A lot of the vowels interchangeable. So in vowel, consonant vowel is like MAGA. You know what I mean? The N and the M is interchangeable. So it's MAGA. So it's really Naga, right? Niji, nigga, Niger. Okay, we got Wiktionary. Alternative forms. Etymology, a vocative form, perhaps derived from Niji could win, my brother. Let's click on that, fuck it. So that just means brother. Okay, hold on, let's go back. My friend Booze Who. Hello, my friend. Niji is a form of direct address. It is also proposed by Native activists as a replacement for the term Indian and Native American. Niji can be used by any Native person to refer to themselves or their people regardless of origin. Okay, also see Nikan. Okay, it's funny you got the Khan. You know, Khan means king. So, you know, Genghis Khan, Shao Khan type shit. So let's click on that. Oh, this page has not been created. Okay, somebody knows something. They go to OG. Let's see what they is. Fuck it. Oh, it look like there's nothing here. Damn, they won't. They took that down. Okay, you got motherfuckers questioning are blacks true Native Americans? Oh, the NAD. Niji, NAD. So you got the tribe of Gad. Then you got the tribe of NAD. See. Department of American Indian Studies. So this official tissue okay. But you got Niji Asian. So it's funny, motherfuckers really like to talk that not from Africa shit, but it seemed like they went east and west. You can catch that current from West Africa to the Caribbean right into America, and you could damn near just migrate your way as far east as possible. Black Indian mix. All right, let's get to some images before we get out of here. Okay, we seen a lot of these. But the images tell the story. You got a thousand pictures, each picture worth 1,000 words. And see, I don't like this anime shit. Y'all remember I did the video Anime is Racist? I don't like this anime shit. Okay, somebody Facebook. Okay, so you're getting all Native American photos. You see the feather, right? The Moors and the Native American communities is using that feather. And he bleed down there, black as the background, hair straight as a bone. He get into a lot of wild shit wherever you go. So I think, okay, this might be our best lead right here. 105 pictures. We'll run through this, call it a night, man. Yeah. But we probably need to talk about this Moorish connection, right? And what's funny? They say this sitting Indian style, but this really like India yoga style, right? So it's a lot of esoteric bullshit going on here. So when we were back in school, they say sit Indian style. You sit, cross your legs, but they do the same thing in India. And when they do their Hindu yoga shit, they sit in the same position. So it's a lot of shaman bullshit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of, all this shit coming from Africa, though. You know what I mean? You see, you got the left foot first. Shout out to Moore's master teacher. He was really doing the research on these Native Americans was Moors. Okay, look like Ogun, statue of Ogun. And see, we see this a lot on the maps. The maps used to tell it Nova Hispania. So right, this is crazy. You see the white man discovering. Let's make it bigger. Guatemala and Nova Hispania, and look how they look. It's the same motherfucker. They showing you on the map. So all through South America. See, that's what the Hispanic of today would never want to accept. If they dug through the history, everybody was dark. You know what I mean? So what they look like in Venezuela and Guatemala and shit today is I guess European colonization. Like when you go back, it was none of them look like that. See the statue with the chains on it. Description of the. Let's see, anything interesting here? The inhabitants of this Eiffel are generally well proportioned, and complexion is for the most part black. They are not obliged to art and form their bodies, for nature never fails to act her part beautifully and bountifully to them. And perhaps there is no part of habitable globe where to few bodily imperfections are to be seen, nor any children that go more early. I have observed several of them walk alone before they were 10 months old. They are bathed all over every morning and evening, forming warm water, but the latter is most commonly used. Look how he spelled used with the apostrophe D, and they wear nothing freight about them. So motherfuckers been scantily dressed. You know, I guess that's it ain't hoe wear, you know what I mean? It's niggas been scantily dressed. The mother generally fuckles the child. Okay? Failing of which a nurse is provided for them. Seldom bring up by any hand. They never give newborn infants fresh butter to take away micronium, and this they do for several days. Okay, that's all we got, but that was interesting. Let's go back. So these little notepads be giving it up. Legal definition of Negro apply to all persons of African descent. The term shall include all other persons. Taking up these definitions in various states, many of them include with broader statutes. One finds that Alabama, Kentucky, Maryland, Mississippi, North Carolina, Tennessee, Texas defined as a person of color who is descended from a Negro, their generation inclusive. The Code of Committee of Alabama 1903 substituted fifth for third. Any Negro blood in his ancestry in 5 generations. The laws of Florida, Georgia, blah, 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 declare that one is a person of color who has much as 1/8 Negro blood. The laws are... Okay, so they been on that eugenics shit. We know that. The primitive black nations of America. Damn. Professor C.S. Raffinsky. So he ain't no black man. Raffinesque. What's that, French? Okay, what did he say? The Society of Geography having offered a reward for the best memoir of the origin of the Asiatic Negro, I sent them last year 2 memoirs. One of those Asiatic Negroes wherein I demonstrated the affinities of their language with the African and Polynesian Negroes. See, I knew this had something to do with Fiji, okay? I'm gonna pull up what the motherfucking Fijians look like so you see what the fuck I'm saying. They afros. They got big crazy... I'm gonna show you. Fuck what I'm talking about. As well as with the Hindus and Chinese. Let the white man tell it. So he said, I demonstrate the affinities of that language with the African and Polynesian Negroes, not just Polynesian Chicanos, right? That them the motherfuckers from them islands like what's that? The motherfuckers they say they act like niggas. Oh man, I can't think of what they is. But them Polynesian type Chinese looking people, right? Not them. As well as with the Hindus and Chinese, and renders it probable that all the Negro originated in the southern slopes of the Himalaya Mountains. as they did once, exist all over India, South China, Japan, Persia, and Arabia. My second memoir was on the Negro or Black nations found in America before Columbus, wherein I proved their existence. Damn. And look who posted it. Morris motherfucking Science. Negro, Indian, and rebellion. Black Indians getting written out of history. See, now when you click on these articles by these professors, the shit that come up with that, you start getting newsletters from 1903, all kind of white. Just read the titles. Read the titles. 1802, 1740, the Negro Act. A lot of these voyages, the old books, all this shit. See, a lot of the French, a lot of that shit being French. That's why the motherfuckers in the Caribbean speak French. Because the French had they run at it too. Let's go back. We got a lot of good shit. I ain't gonna read all of them because it's endless. Okay, you got American Indian hair. You see what that look like. 98% African Americans are in fact Native Indian. Now what's crazy is people out there to prove America is Egypt, but we can is India. Right? So with all the information I found out there is that these same people just went coast to global. They just went hemisphere to hemisphere. It's all them. The Egyptians is African, is Indian, is American Indian, is Fiji, is Niji, it's all the shit. It's all the same people. So you see look, you got some state seals. Great Seal of the state of Florida. I think we did the vid on Queen Florida. All right, we pull up Queen Khalifa and Queen Florida right quick before we go. Look, as soon as I see that, the Californians of the Caribbean islands called Black Caribs. Ganini, I told you, N vowel, consonant vowel is nigga. Our black branch of Caribs, the Rockford. See, it's the cracker saying this. Primitive black nations of America. Carib Indian woman, 1878. Look at her hair. You can't fake the hair. All right, she got one big dread. Whole head, one dread. Inca, okay. All that Mayan, Aztec, that shit ain't Mexican. That shit is not Mexican. All that shit come from the Inca. Ended with the Olmec. Indian, Mauryan. Look at the burrow with the interlocked and triangle. See, this is what Morris Master Teacher research is showing that the Indian Moran, that how they was, man. Y'all gotta go check him out because he did so much work on it. It's like, it's no point in even, he just completely showed that they was Moors. And this showing it right here, Indian Moran. All right, let's keep that. We might have to show that another day. You see the whitewashing, people showing the whitewashing. Okay. See, this kind of what some of them Fijians look like. They just showing you everybody from around the world. Black as the sky. Arizona. All right, so let's before we go, I'm gonna show you the Fiji natives. Okay. He look like he live next door. Like he sit next to you on Metro. And this like Hawaiian, right? So I was telling you about the Afro. They still on Afro time. All that shit look African. The dress, the art on the wall. Okay, there they go. Fijian, high quality stock photo of Fijian ethnicity. RobertHanding.com. That's them for real, for real. That look like Zulu. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at the 3 stripes, right? A lot of these flags be having 3 stripes. Look, the biggest pick. She got the biggest pick. Pick long as her forearm. Pick the afro. Look at the afro. Okay? The Fijian people are black knowledge. Can't fake that afro. Yeah, there they go, the grandmas. It was somebody else I wanted y'all to see. Was it the Himalayas? Well, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. That's probably a good ending point. But alright, so we learned a little something. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. You know, damn, this is a good one right here. Told you the Fiji be having them big afros. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm out.